This is a demonstration of a proof-of-concept integration between the bioreactor template from IDBS Bioprocess solution and the TetraScience data lake, which lives in Amazon S3. I'm working with the daily sampling view of this template, and for the sake of simplicity, I've disabled most of the other capabilities. If you'd like to know more about a bioreactor template, there are videos available which cover this. As you can see, the data types involved in the daily sampling workflow can be quite complex and can come from a number of heterogeneous sources. Sampling for the bioreactor is also typically performed daily over a number of weeks, and this means that the accumulated effort that the scientist has to invest in this process can be quite significant. To get data from TetraScience, I have a button in my instructions which will open a new tab in my browser. This proof of concept currently supports two use cases for locating the correct data. We first added the capability to search for data using the identity of the equipment on which that data was captured. By default, the date range is limited to the last 2 weeks, but this may be changed by the operator. Opening the equipment menu, we can see that since we are working with a dummy data set, we currently only have a limited number of instruments to choose from. This menu has, however, been tested with much larger lists of instruments and is designed to make it easy for the user to search for items using any part of the equipment name, vendor, or the ID. Once the desired instruments have been selected, the system will go to TetraScience and return a list of the data files available for that instrument. In this case, I've simply named my data files with the date and time when the measurement was made. I can select one or more file to indicate the measurement that I'm interested in. When I click to start the workflow, the matching data will be fetched and written to the correct location in the spreadsheet. In this example, I'm using the sample ID as the key which identifies precisely whereabout in the spreadsheet the data is supposed to go. The second supported use case is intended to make data retrieval as simple as possible for the user and represents a step on the road towards laboratory automation. In this scenario, we are using the sample IDs which are already present in the spreadsheet to drive the query on TetraScience. The only control for the user in this case is the Start button, and when this is clicked, the spreadsheet table will be read to get a list of sample IDs, and the TetraScience data lake will be queried for any data associated with these samples. The matching data is retrieved and written back into the spreadsheet. With the current version of eWorkbook, version 10.3.3, this is as far as it is possible for us to streamline the process. In future versions, it is intended to add a capability to manipulate spreadsheet data without first establishing a user session. This will allow us to automatically log into a spreadsheet and push the Start button we have just seen programmatically. This eliminates entirely the need for the scientist to spend any of their time finding and importing data into their spreadsheets.